Hello and welcome. My name is Gary from North Borders Software. What I want to do is present a series of Android development tutorials. This is the first in the series. I'm just really setting the scene today and just looking at some the activity lifecycle as well. Not sure how many tutorials will be in the series. We'll just need to cover quite a lot of key important subjects, so we'll just go through them and I'll keep adding them on as and when it's appropriate to do so. So keep looking back, and there'll be more in the series as we get there. I think one of the differences between this style of tutorial and maybe others that are on the internet is if you go to the website, there'll always be a written tutorial which will present the individual code which we're working on the subject. It'll have some good links to external resources, so you can actually use the video and the website to build on extra knowledge as well. What I want to do in this one, before we get into the coding, is to look at the activity lifecycle. The activity is really a fundamental element of any Android app. It's worth getting to know this terminology now before we get into any programming, just to clear up any potential confusion, and it'll simplify matters as we go along. An activity is really an element of an app which performs a function within the application. Often an activity will have a layout associated with it, so it would represent a screen, a specific screen in the application. Here you see is a little structure here of a very simple app which has a main activity which is loaded on startup. Underneath there you might navigate from this main activity to a help screen, and there may be another button which takes to a settings activity. So you can actually use this structure really for designing your own apps to work out how they really work. But that's really what an activity is. I've got an example here of an app which I wrote some time ago. It's a shopping list app. So when it loads, the main activity on load presents all the different shopping lists. You can click on individual lists such as supermarket, and it'll take you to the individual list associated with that. So that's a separate activity. You can see there's a little program segment that goes on there, and there's a specific layout associated with it. You may also want to add a new item. So again, there'll be an activity to add a new item where you can enter the item, the quantity, price, etc., and save that information. So hopefully by now you just get an idea of what an activity is all about. It's worth just talking a little bit about the activity lifecycle. This is a very complicated diagram here, but we really just need to focus on a few key elements really from a getting started perspective. So we don't need to worry about this whole thing here, but you see these the writing on the arrows, these represent Java methods which we need to call in activity. The one you're going to see the most of is the onCreate method. So this kind of makes sense. When you build an activity for the first time, it needs to be created. You need to draw the views from the layout and then assign them to variables in the program itself. Another activity another state of the activity which we'll see a lot of is the pause state. Now this also makes sense. If you think about it, you're playing away on your game there and you receive a text message or a voice call. You want to be able to answer that call, do the things you need to do, and when you're finished with that call or text message, then resume the game. Exactly where you left it off, so you can actually effectively hibernate an activity in a state in an on-pause state and then resume it as you carry on. So that's really what I want to say about activity lifecycle. But don't worry about it if it's too complex. It's just that when we get into the program in the next tutorial, we're going to start to see some of these methods already. So I'm just starting a little bit of knowledge here. So what I'll do, I'll leave this tutorial here for now, and in the next one we'll just get straight on with building a project. Bye for now.